Folks, what I want to do is take a second to show you a way to spruce up your steelhead jigs. One of the things that happens when people are jig fishing for steelhead, they throw the same thing all day long. What you got to realize, when it's a cold winter like this, you're passing the jig through a seam and those fish are stacked up in there. You may get one fish and then they quit biting. So you constantly want to be changing your jigs. But when you go to the store, there's there's a few colors, but not as many as what you can make. And what I want to do is show you how to spruce them up. Take this guy right here, long feather lures jig, chartreuse and black, one of our favorites. Now all I'm going to do to spruce this guy up is I'm going to use a skewer. I just took this out of the kitchen. This is a skewer that you'll use to skewer meat when you're cooking on the grill. What you're going to do with this guy, I've got some pastel paint. You can use enamel, anything that will work paint-wise. Enamel's the best, but like I said, I use some pastel paints just to get some more color. But say if I wanted to spruce this guy up, all I'm going to do is take this skewer, and I've got two here. One's got the tip on it, and the other one doesn't. What I'm going to do is use the one that doesn't. All I've done is just cut this off to make my diameters a little bit smaller. If you see the diameter of that versus the diameter of this one, you can see that this one here is a little smaller than this one. All I'm going to do to spruce this up, if I want to put a bunch of patterns on this, I'm going to take and dip my paint. Dip it in my paint like this. And then all you do, guys, is just hold it like so, and you just push down on it. Push down on it, just like so. Now what you're doing, a little more paint. Now what you're doing here is you're just sprucing this guy up. You're kind of making it look like a corky. You know, the corkies you drift with, there's a lot of different colors, but you can kind of get the hint of what's going on there. You can see all the color that I'm adding to that. Just taking a little bit of paint, not a big dip. You can see there's not much on it, just a little dip. Pop it in there, pull it away, just like so. Now what you'll do is you'll let this dry. Then you're going to get some a clear coat finish. I just steal my wife's Sally Hansen Hard as Nails clear coat that she puts on her fingernails. Once this is dry, 2 or 3 coats of that, and you're ready to rock. If you want to just take and put an eye on your bait, let me show you that. What I've done, this one's already painted up right here. This one's been dried, and all I did when I did this one is I used the heavy end of my stick here, poked it in to make the bigger eye. If you're using a bigger jig, you could use the eraser of a pencil. Something round, just like so, boom, makes the eye. Now what you want to do, if you want to put a darker spot within that eye, what we'll do here, let me get this wiped off. Let's say we'll take some chartreuse right here. I want to chartreuse the eye. I'm going to use the smaller one that I've cut, come into my paint, put just a little bit on the end. Now I'm going to come right into the center of this eye right here, that little drop of paint, and just touch it in. Now if you look at that jig, now it's got 2 eyes. If you wanted to use a little white, a little black, whatever. The beauty of doing this, folks, is now you can create your own patterns. You can customize your jigs. There's a lot of guys fishing. You're going to have something that they won't. You can put eyes on the back of your crankbaits, guys, towards the back end of it. Eyes on your spinnerbait blades. Anything you want to put eyes on, you just use that round dowel. Anything round, like a pencil, eraser, whatever. Boom, touch it and go. Customize your jigs.